Let's shift gears a little bit again. Cannon Beach and everyone who visits Cannon Beach, you all are going to be paying a little more next time you go out to eat. And you can frankly thank 4 people for that. 4. We're not going to name them, that would be rude. But frankly, if you've ever thought that a few votes here and there during an election don't really matter, well, in this case, they definitely did. Earlier this month, right after the election, the prepared food and beverage tax was only separated by 2 little votes. That tax adds 5% to your bills at restaurants. And now, after ballots have been cured, that 2-vote margin has widened a little. Wouldn't be hard, it was just 2 votes. But as of yesterday, this is the tally. 379 people said yes, they wanted the tax. There should be a tax on prepared foods and drinks in Cannon Beach. That's 4 more than the 375 people who said no. So that's the final count. As of now, the election results will be certified on Monday. The margin is wide enough with 4 votes that there won't be an automatic recount. But after Monday, if anyone in Cannon Beach wants to request a recount, they can do that until December 7th. Now, we do have to brag a little bit because our own Pat Doris, esteemed Pat Doris, actually predicted this. Earlier this month, when the vote was nearly tied, we took a little inspiration from our friends out in the other Portland, Portland number 2, as we call it, Portland, Maine. No offense to them. The city council vote there was tied, so election officials did the only rational thing they could think of, and they drew a name from an antique wooden bowl. Sure. They called that guy the winner. Turns out, though, in this case, the guy whose name wasn't drawn actually ended up winning after a recount a few weeks later. He did not respect the bowl. But out here in Oregon, we did our own extremely unofficial, unscientific tiebreaker that day for the Cannon Beach foods tax because, frankly, we were bored, and it actually held true. Check this out.
Maybe we can give the elections officials in Clatsop County, though, a little bit of help. Just a minute. Let me show you what we have in mind. All right. So we have our own KGW hat, and I have 2 decisions here, no, and then yes. I'm going to put those in the hat. Won't look at them. No idea what's happening in there. No idea. Not have anything up my sleeve. And here is the final, decision. And the decision is yes. Oh my. I guess you are getting a prepared foods tax.
Oh my. For those of you wondering, no, we don't have much of a production budget. But Pat Doris, everyone, veteran reporter, fantastic KGW anchor, and now clearly election psychic. My goodness. All right, keep sending in your questions and your comments to the story at kgw.com. Find us on social media, reach out. We're going to finish the story right after this.